Dear students, my name is Verbeken and I'm the Faculty Chair of Internationalization at the Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. With this presentation, I will provide you some general information and some practical stuff about your stay. You are here in Ghent. As you can see on this map of Europe, we are here at the heart of Europe, close to Brussels. Many people coming from abroad know some cities in Belgium, like Brussels, Bruges or Antwerp. Ghent, however, is not as well known as those other cities, but actually it's even more beautiful than all the others. I hope that during your stay here in Ghent, that you will have the opportunity to explore also the city center and learn to appreciate the nice atmosphere and the very beautiful buildings. You will be studying at Ghent University. On this slide, you see a picture of our rector, Rick van der Wallen, who is also an engineer. And you can also take your time by pausing the video to read here the entire mission statement of our university. But let me point you at some words here which I highlighted. We are a creative community and we want to have engagement and openness and also pluralism. Our motto is dare to think. So we encourage our staff members, but most certainly also our students, to adopt a critical approach. Here you can see the mission statement of our faculty. Now take some time to read it by pausing the video, but after doing that, take a look at some words I highlighted. So we have here, for example, solve complex problems and adapt and develop new methods and insights. Well, this is typically what you will do here when you are learning and studying at our faculty, where you will learn how to solve complex problems and develop new insights which will be useful for you for your future career. Now, the thing is that we try to train highly skilled engineers which are able to adapt rapidly to a global technological and economic changes. And most important, we try to do this in an international context. As you know, there are many rankings where universities worldwide are ranked. One of the most important ones is the Shanghai ranking, where Ghent University is the highest among all Flemish universities. We are there at position 66. You can also here take a look at some other recent rankings that our university obtained. One of the main buildings of our faculty is the Plateau. The Plateau, which is located in the Plateau Straat, close to the rectorate, is a building where our faculty has been spending some time already for about almost 200 years. Actually, the building is almost as old as Belgium. On the next few slides, I will provide you with some information about our faculty. Depending on which study you will take here, you will get in contact with professors who are located in different departments. Here you see a list of the 10 departments at our faculty. Of course, you will not be in contact with professors of all departments, but some of them, because this depends on which type of education you take. Within these 10 departments, about 2,000 people are working. They are subdivided in more than 65 different research teams. About 330 professors, about 1,475 researchers, and some 240 supporting staff doing, for example, the administration or solving technical issues. This results in more than 130 PhDs a year and over 2,000 publications. Some information about international mobility at our faculty. When you are here in Ghent University, you are actually either an exchange student or a degree student. Now, depending on exactly how long you will stay and the goal of your stay, you will be either exchange or degree. An exchange student is somebody who is here for a small amount of time, typically a few months, up to maximum 1 year. This person will be studying at his home university, but there will be some credits that he will obtain here in Ghent, and which will then be transferred to his home university. In the end, an exchange student will not get a Ghent degree. However, some of you will also be degree students. A degree student is somebody who registers here at Ghent University with the idea to obtain a Ghent master degree. So, most commonly, those persons are here for about 2 years. Every year, about 2,000 Ghent University students study abroad, either doing their master thesis over there or following some courses. We have about 6,000 students who come every year to Ghent University. Here you see a subdivision of different figures among the different faculties of a university. Now, as I mentioned, you are here at the Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. You see that we have about 5,500 students and about 16% of them are international students. Take a look and compare with the other faculties and you see that this is quite a nice number. Also, you have to take into account, since our bachelor programs are entirely in Dutch, that the number of international students at our bachelor programs is quite limited. So in the master programs, there's quite a fair share of international students present. Some practical information for you on your studies at our faculty. So, what should you do when you arrive? The first steps upon arrival are registration at Ghent University. Until the September 18th, there's a welcome village where you can do all practical stuff at once. We will also welcome you at our faculty. For this we have our International Relations Office. They are your first point of contact. So, whenever you are dealing with some administrative issues, you can always contact them. In case you are here for your master thesis, it's also good to contact your thesis supervisor. Then he knows that you are here in Belgium and you can start discussing about the practical stuff for starting up your master thesis. Also, you have to do a registration at the city of Ghent. This can do till the end of this week, so till September 18th in the Welcome Village as well. It's important for a lot of communication that you use your Ghent University email address. So therefore, some information on the computer network. So here we have our UGentNet, which is our computer network, where you have the informatics, software and internet facilities. You will be allowed, by having your login at Ghent University, to access different kinds of software at Ghent University, but you can also access them at home. So when you are in your room, you will also have access to those tools via your account. Your account itself consists of a login and a password and will be given to you upon registration at Ghent University. In case you need some printing, well, then you can print some papers, for example, at a computer in the computer room of our faculty. This, of course, against some cost. A copy machine is present over there. If you have some other practical questions, always take a look at the help desk via this website. Another thing you will have to work with is Uforo. Uforo is our online learning environment. There, this is used for all communication between professors and their students. So, announcements about, for example, practical classes, things related to the COVID crisis, document, exercises, the agenda, everything can be found on Uforo, where you have to register for your course. When you register for your course, all information about that specific course is on that Uforo website. Take into account that registering for a course on Uforo does not have an impact on your official curriculum. This you have to do via Oasis, which I will talk about in a minute. In case you have problems with something at Uforo, there's also a Uforo help desk, which you can contact via this email address. Very important with respect to all administration regarding your study is Oasis. Oasis is the electronic student administration platform. This is the only official platform for all matters related to student administration. So you will find there the timetables of your lectures, exam schedules, certificates will be posted there, and also your transcript of records will in due time be available over there. Now, if you are an exchange student, do not use this for changes to your curriculum, but use the procedure as explained here on this website. Changes there can only be made by the International Relations Office. Changes to the learning agreement can be downloaded from end of October. You will be informed by email from the International Relations Office. Please be careful when getting those emails and try to reply on those emails as soon as possible. In case you are a degree student, you can use this for changing and completing your curriculum. If you need some help there, then you can make an appointment to our learning track counselor, Sarah Bogart. Here you find a link how you can make this appointment. Here you see the official calendar of the first semester. So lectures will start Monday, September 21st, and the first semester, at least the lectures, will finish by the mid of December. Take into account that the examination period starts just after New Year. This means that you have to be here in Ghent from 4th of January in order to take your exams. There are also some official holidays which are listed over here. Though still far away, here you can find the calendar of the second semester. There we start February 8th. We have about 8 weeks of lectures. Then in the meantime we also have the Easter holidays, and then we continue with 4 additional weeks. In the end you have here an examination period of 6 weeks starting from the end of May and finishing up early July. These are periods that you have to be here at Ghent University. Also here there are some holidays, and here you see the period of summer recess where actually everything related to examinations and so on is stopped for a moment. So, with respect to those examinations, they can only be taken during the official examination period. This means at the end of the first semester, it starts at January the 4th. You might go home for Christmas, but be sure to be back here in Ghent before that moment. The examination schedule itself is available somewhere in November. Now, in case you fail some exams, which means that you don't get 10 out of 20, you will have to retake those exams in the summer, in the period between mid-August and mid-September. Some courses work via continuous assessment, where you can earn your grade during the academic year. Your professor will then explain how exactly this works. After the deliberation period, your transcript of records will be available, not earlier. Feedback and access to the exam copy is possible after each session. For that you have to contact your professor in order to get your feedback. Since this is so important, I added here again about the examination schedule that this has to be followed strictly and will be published in Oasis somewhere mid of November. Students have to stay here till the end of the examination period. In case you are ill for an exam, this is possible in case you have a valid reason, which means that your illness is proven by a medical certificate. Then you can ask for another examination date within the same examination period. This is possible. Now, in case that some conflict arises in your examination schedule, for example, you have 2 exams at the same time, well then, of course, you can ask to change this, but this has to be done via the International Relations Office. So in case you notice something is wrong over there, contact them as soon as possible so that they can try and help you to solve the problem. Information about our grading system is put on this slide. So you will get a mark out of 20 and the minimum to pass is 10 out of 20. This can be converted into ECTS marks, as you can see over here. In case that you fail or absent, the course will not be deleted from your transcript of records, so this will be communicated to your university that you failed or were absent for that specific exam. As mentioned before, retake of the exam is in the summer period, and this is the only official period to repeat exams. For exchange students, transcript of record will be sent directly to your home university. In case something goes really wrong, then the Board of Examiners will be informed about this, and it's upon them to decide on potential sanctions that you will get over there. Also take into account that we can use a software in order to check, for example, your master thesis for plagiarism. All guidelines related to examination education are summarized in the Education Examination Code. This is something which is available online and where you can take a look about what specifically is written over there. We know that all these things is a lot of information and that administration can be sometimes rather complex. Therefore, we have of course also a support team here at our faculty in order to help you out in case you have some issues. Some useful links to get some information or support from the university itself can be found via these links. This is the faculty website and the English part of that faculty website where you can also find a lot of information. Of course, you don't find the answers to all of your questions very easily online. And then we have our international relations office at our faculty. These are Annelies and Bert, and they have their offices in the Plateaustraat and they have specific contact hours. So here you can see the moments where you can contact them via Teams or in the Plateau in order to try to solve your problems. They also use this general email address to which they both have access. So if you want to contact them via email, you'd have to send your question to this address and the first who is available will be then ready to respond to your question. In case there are some issues related to educational matters, please contact your professor or the assistant. When you have some problems or some complaints, they will be the first to talk to and they will try to help you and see if they can solve your problem. If no solution is possible with professors or assistants, all complaints should be directed to the faculty ombudspersons. If they don't find a solution, we also have a Ghent University ombudsperson. Information on how to reach those can be found via this link. Of course, there are also the student unions. We have for our faculty VTK, and then for the specific directions which you can study at master level. So there we have different student unions depending on which master you take. Here you can find a list of all the different student unions and their email address, how to contact them. So with this, I'm at the end of the presentation. I know that's a lot of administration, but we also hope that you enjoy your time here at our faculty and at the beautiful city of Ghent. I wish you all the best and good luck. Thank you.